Frank, you've had so little time to practice, even shoot-arounds and such. Did having a weekend, quote-unquote, off, I know you did some practice, did that allow you to focus on anything from the first part of the season?
Yeah, I mean, we really just we used a couple of days to get caught up on rest. We've had some off days, and yesterday's practice was really centered around the details that go into trying to slow down a guy like Steph Curry, and just get that game plan further along. Obviously, there's still a lot to implement throughout the course of the season, and we'll continue to look for times to grow our offensive system and defensive schemes.
Last question, Michael Duarte.
Hey, Frank, did you scout and watch film on the Warriors when you were with Orlando? And if so, looking at the film on them now, without Durant, without Klay Thompson and new guys like Wiggins and James Wiseman, how different are they and how different is that offense now when you scout them today?
Well, obviously different firepower without Klay and KD and defensive firepower with Dre. Iguodala, but obviously we did play them a couple times a year in Orlando. I did study them a lot in my sabbatical year, and their style of play is still in place. And we feel like we played against this type of style of play in the NBA Finals last year. With the way that Miami Heat played is very similar to how Golden State plays. Some of the adjustments in my defensive scheme were put in specifically for this opponent and this style of play, to try to figure out how to slow these guys down. So, we'll be tested with all of that stuff tonight. The way we were tested in the finals, it's not easy to guard, even without those other guys in the lineup. And it'll be a good test for us tonight.
Thanks so much, Coach.
Okay.
Thanks, everyone.
Steve, Dan Wakey with the LA Times. You've got a first-hand look to see when you've got a player like Steph who's, all about winning and selfless and how that works with other stars. Do you see any of that when you watch LeBron and Anthony Davis together at this kind of juncture of their careers, two kind of selfless guys? And what does that do for an organization when that's the top and they behave that way?
Yeah, I mean, that's been kind of a hallmark of a lot of championship teams, that when you got championship caliber stars who complement one another on and off the court. I saw it in Chicago with Michael and Scotty, San Antonio with David and Tim. I've seen it here with Steph and a number of his teammates. And obviously the Lakers have a good thing going. They have, two of the very best players in the game who complement each other very well and are very comfortable in their respective roles. So it's obviously a hell of a foundation upon which to build.
Coach, it's Leonardo Torres from Peru. Coach, after a long time, LeBron and Steph will face each other again. What are your feelings about this great game between the two of the biggest stars in the NBA?
Between LeBron and Steph?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's exciting. Obviously when LeBron came to LA, it set up a potential rivalry between not only those two star players, but our two franchises. And given the injuries over the last couple of years, it hasn't really panned out. And now, they're the champions and we're the ones looking up. So our goal this year is to establish ourselves as a playoff team and hopefully take the next step from there and really become a contender again. But we have a lot of work to do.